All right, guys, welcome back. This is the 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLE 63S AMG, and it's been incredible. Very minor flaws. I mean, overall, just an astoundingly great vehicle. So I want to take you around. I'll show you the exterior, show the interior. It's all gorgeous. It's all top tier. The build quality is amazing. The driving experience is incredible, no matter your driving mood. And if you have the means, I highly suggest picking one up. So as you can see, I'm losing daylight really quick, so I will show you the exterior and we'll go for a drive as soon as we can. But as you can see, this thing looks incredible. The GLE has never really been my favorite. I've always preferred the GLS and the GLC. But this new facelift is pretty striking. It looks very aggressive. It looks very cool. Gosh, it just looks awesome. The size is just right, and there's a ton of room inside. Like, it's so roomy. If you don't need the third row, like, you're gonna be so satisfied with the front seats and the second row and the cargo storage. Just an amazing vehicle. And you can see those massive carbon ceramic brakes. More on those in just a minute. Coming into the interior, as you can see, it's just your typical, amazing, beautiful ambient lighting. The new steering wheel here is incredible. Oh, it smells amazing in here. The scent that just comes out every few seconds or few minutes is just amazing. The seats are superb, extremely comfortable, very customizable. Very high resolution screens, just top tier. Like, you will not be disappointed. Everything, the materials are just so nice to look at, so nice to touch. It's just an amazing place to be. Coming into the second row, you can see, so I'm 5'9", and me sitting behind myself here, there's like tons, almost F-150 levels of legroom. You've got your vents, which are nice, your heated seats. I don't believe these are ventilated back here, which is kind of surprising given the level of luxury, but there it is. There's the heated button. But still, wonderful place to spend time regardless. There's a better view of that amazing dash. Seriously, it's just gorgeous. The leather, the metals, the shapes. Again, that amazing steering wheel. I know I said amazing a lot here, but I don't know how else to describe this car. Like, it's honestly pretty well perfect. And if you have the money, you're gonna be so happy with this thing because you truly do feel like you're getting every dollar out of what you spent. Now, coming into the cargo area, it's also super generous and impressive. You're really not wanting for anything, honestly, with this GLE. Even more storage under here. Overall, guys, if you have the money, this is probably one of the best do-it-all vehicles you can buy. Here's just another look with the door closed, but just the gorgeous ambient lighting. The buttons all just feel so high quality and really nice to press. Nice resistance. Oh, it smells so good. This is honestly one of my favorite parts, is that thing. It is so worth it. I'd buy this car just for that. There's your gauges. I'm not going to go through all the screens and stuff. Just amazing. But perhaps my favorite thing are these two little tiny screens right here. It's so cool. So here you can change the drive mode, and you can just whoop, whoop, whoop. So cool. I don't know why I'm making that sound. Same thing over here. You can kind of just, you can't twist this one, but you can just go through your suspension. It's just so cool. My favorite thing though, the exhaust. Just press this button and it immediately gets deeper. Sounds so good. I wish it was maybe even just a little bit louder, but still, it's so awesome. All right, let's take this thing out for a drive. I'm losing daylight, but here we go. So to turn it into drive, you just press down on the stock, which has gotten me a couple of times. I'm still quite not used to it, but so I don't have all the specs on this, but I believe 623 horsepower, and you take into account the little electronic, well, the little battery assist that we have, and about the same pound-feet of torque. So in short, here we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but holy smokes. There's so much power here, and it's so fun. So this thing is just amazing. I know I've said that so many times, but it's so customizable. You can totally customize the kind of driving behavior you want to have, how sporty you want it, how comfortable you want it, how loud you want the exhaust. You can customize the screens, like the seats, the stereo, this Burmester. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, but regardless of how you say it, it's an amazing stereo. Like, it's probably the best stereo I've ever heard. I'm not sure. I don't have the Monroney of how much this thing actually costs. I'm estimating about $130 or $140, but there we are going up this hill. Oh my word! Your back just compresses into the seat. It's just amazing. But the spec to the stereo, it honestly is, I think, probably the best stereo I've ever heard in a vehicle, and just wow! It sounds like you're just at a live concert, but better somehow. I know I got to be short here because I'm losing light, but I will just kind of jump to it. Literally, there's only one thing that I don't love, two things that I don't love. One's more significant than the other. Neither of them I feel like are deal breakers. But the first thing are these carbon ceramic brakes. Undeniably, they are so powerful. I mean, they will stop you, guaranteed, and then some. But boy, they're really sensitive. I mean, here we go again. They're very sensitive. I mean, you barely feather the throttle, and even just tip it in about an inch, and you're just like slamming forward. So I've driven this thing quite a bit, and I'm still not quite used to the brakes. And so, again, not a deal breaker. Yeah, I'm sure they're an option. Again, I don't have the window sticker. I don't actually know if they're an option on this, but I assume that they are. And if they are, I would totally not get them because they're so strong. You just don't need it unless you're like actually going to track this thing and all of it's like 5,800 pounds or however heavy it is. But yeah, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't get the carbon ceramic brakes, and they're going to be extremely expensive to replace. So yeah. Another thing, this is super nitpicky, but I don't love where the seams are on this armrest, where it kind of splits, because for my pointy elbow, it kind of rests. It's just not all that comfortable. Besides that, that's it. This thing is amazing. Like, for real, if you're looking for an excellent daily driver and you're not overly concerned about fuel economy, you're going to be so happy. And fuel economy actually is not, if you're really romping on all the time, which you probably will be, it's not that bad though. Like, today on the drive home from work, I've got about a 26-mile commute home, and I averaged 22.8 miles per gallon, which is pretty not bad for something that puts out this much power out of a big old V8. So just around town though, I've been averaging closer to like 18 or 19, which is better than my 4Runner. So there's that. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's just phenomenal. I will say this. I've driven several of like the new Mercedes models, and oh boy, guys, like they are just all so good. I'll never forget driving the S-Class, the S580 from last year. Truly a special vehicle, so luxurious, and I've said it before, if I had the money and the space, I honestly would buy an S580. Like, I would buy it. You're totally getting your money's worth. And I think that you are here too, especially if you went without the carbon ceramic brakes, which I'm sure are very, very expensive. Ooh, there's a deer. Well, glad I had those brakes right there. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate your subscription and your comments, but well done, Mercedes. I mean, you just knocked it out of the park again, especially with this being the AMG. It's gorgeous inside and out. It's a pleasure to drive casually and aggressively. Just so much fun, and just a wonderful place to spend time. I just don't want to stop driving. I just want to drive this all the time. Anyway, thanks, guys. See ya.